Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Wednesday lunch live sketch. My name is Frank Summers. It's been a little bit of a while. It's been a bit of a break. The summertime came along and threw a little bit of a wrench in some of my scheduling, so it's harder for me to kind of to find time to be able to do this. That said, I feel a little out of sync. I feel a little rusty. And you may also notice when I switch over into Photoshop, I upgraded my Cintiq. I have a new 27-inch Cintiq, so the image will fill the frame entirely. So that's always a plus. Next thing, but I want to check my audio really quickly. There it is. I hear myself sound like Kermit the Frog, like usual. For today's topic, if you are unfamiliar with the Wednesday Lunch Live Sketch, we pick a topic and we do it for about 25 minutes, try and get as far as we can. I'm going to do 5 from the Zero Escape series. So let me set my alarm, go into my clock. Hello. Live sketch. Hit play and away we go. Let me hop into Photoshop here. Beep. I have a couple of reference images already up. And let's get to work. Let's see what we can pull out. Oops, I forgot I have my my little dealie over there. So I've been playing Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma lately, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm about I'm about 20 hours in, so I think I'm over maybe halfway through it. I liked her model more from the second one, from Virtue's Last Reward. So I'm going to stick with that. She just looks a little more appealing. She's a little more cute. I don't really like the models in the new version as much as these ones. I know this is from the Vita version, but I just like the design better. So why don't we do what we normally do? Let's get things cracking. I want to hide the reference. I don't really want to have anything influencing me too much. So let's start rough and gesturally. Maybe she's something like this, kind of peering over her shoulder. Maybe the shoulders are down. She's kind of a sympathetic character. Let's get the egg shape of her torso in there. Or, yeah, her. She's longer torso. And I'm working loosely and roughly, center line somewhere around here, a jaw mass around here someplace. Thin, her neck is thin. Let's keep that gesture line going through. Let's give it some thought. What we can do is maybe my stream is kind of weird, huh? I don't know, kind of going in and out a little bit. Let's try a different one. Let's maybe keep the 3/4 of her head and maybe straighten her a little bit more. Let's keep the cranium around the same way, a 3/4, slightly down on rotation on the head. And let's like kick her pelvis out slightly. So let's project. So let's keep something like this. Egg shape of her torso, or I should say her rib cage, trunk, somewhere around here. Maybe this leg can be kind of coming forward a little bit more. The back leg is receding behind. And let's give her the hourglass shape here a little bit. Let's try and reinforce where her hips are. At the bottom of the pelvis is kind of rotating back like this. This shape is going like this. This is going back like that. The head is being projected somewhere like this around here. It's a slightly better design, I think, than what we had over here. And we can play her hand out straight like this to the side. And maybe just a hint of the other hand on the other side. We'll just totally roll the shoulder back. And this shoulder can be here. The shoulders are rolled back. So that could be what's going on there. The neck is projecting her head forward. And whereas, you know, around here someplace is going to be a jawline. It's kind of fix this a little bit. And her hair around here somewhere, you know, something like that, right? We're just getting a brief idea of where things are going to exist. Her cape. Let's try and get like her costuming in there a little better. You know, so it's kind of this flowing, but I still want to make sure I have this negative space. So let's try and keep that tight to the body. And, you know, the collar around here somewhere. You know, maybe the collar is a little more flat. So we have some space between the chin and the collar, so we can get in there like that, work that negative space. And again, this stage is rough, guys. We're just putting in shapes. We're seeing where things are fitting. And in my head, I'm thinking about how the negative space, like this type of stuff in here, that little X, if you can see what I just drew in there, because that is the type of stuff that creates interest in our design. And I'm not even worried about her model just yet. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about her posing. I'm thinking about her attitude. I'm thinking about the construction of her form. And I'm trying to do that quickly. Theoretically speaking, a gestural drawing should be done within like 30 seconds. 30 seconds will give you a good idea of where things are falling and how the planes are existing. I think. So let's get to the costuming a little bit. I think it should probably fall a little tighter to her body. And then this can overlap like so. Let's zoom out. Yeah, like if you would just kind of compare, like doing the zoom out trick, it kind of like reduces the shape. And like this is definitely stronger than this. So we'll just axe that. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to just scale it up slightly. And we're going to start refining it now, I think. Do a save. Saving is always important. Let's check our timer really quickly. We've got 18 minutes. And I think what we can do is work a little darker. Normally I like to work with blue, and we can start thinking about her model a bit more. So, you know, she has a hair spike around here somewhere. Her hairline is around here. And her hair would fall around here. You know, she has some hair spikes. This hair kind of forms, it frames her face like that. Her head is wider and a little more rounded. And her neck is definitely thin. So we can pull her ear off of that area like so. And where's like the plane of her face? Her face is flatter. And by flatter, I mean it has like where the features exist. It's around in here. So we have less depth to her face. So like her features will fall around there somewhere. And then she has this flower. So let's just get the idea of where that's at. Great. She has a lot of brow. So let's think about her eye shape. They're almond shaped. I believe in the game her character is Japanese, so they're following the almond shape. I'm pretty sure Sigma is Japanese as well. Junpei obviously and Akane are. She's worried. Her brow is knitted. They gave her glasses in the new version, and I'm not a huge fan of the glasses for some reason. I don't want to make her too sad. Maybe the mouth is just reduced. I don't want to put any, like, she's definitely frowning in the reference here. I don't want to do that. So maybe we can also take one of these brows, slightly raise it some. Whew, I'm starving. I did not eat my lunch. This Wednesday lunch live sketch is not brought to you by lunch. Okay, so let's start thinking about some of these hair spikes and the shapes forming them. If you have not played 999 or Virtue's Last Reward, you're doing yourself a disservice. And using the word play is kind of you don't really play those games. You really kind of watch them. I think her head could probably be blown up a little bigger. But at this point, we can definitely grab the lasso. Grab the lasso. And since we're working in Photoshop, we can do that. So this would be like this. Let's find these. What's going on here? May have made her torso a little chunkier than what it. Yeah, it's around here. And her chest size is a little reduced. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what these games are about. They're very, they're out there, man. They're very metaphysical. They're great. When they're not what you expect them to be. They are definitely full of twists and turns and a lot of good character development. So I highly recommend checking them out. So let's build out this collar. And it follows her contours like so. And it's got like a little bit of this kind of shape going on. This is longer. And, you know, I wonder, maybe this is a low, she has a low cut shirt underneath here. The shoulder back over here somewhere, rolling behind her. And let's find her hips. It's a little lower than what I initially had in there, so let's fix that. Her shirt line would be around here somewhere. And she's wearing shorts, I believe. No, like a ruffly skirt. So let's give her a bit of a chest. This could probably come down lower if it's wrapping around here someplace. I'm drawing through so I can get an idea of where things would land. So maybe I should project this collar a bit more. Not shabby. And let's do the old zoom out trick and give it a squint. Maybe this part of her head here can be a little more rounded. So we can just take this, project that a little more. Just make her head a little more rounded. All right. Let's get into here. So she has bare arms, shoulder. And we'll just streamline the hand for now. Here's a knuckle line. It's a little long. His fingers are a little long. Break out the pinky slightly to work the silhouette. All right, so now let's give this a save. Let's check our time, see how we're doing. All right, we've got 11 minutes left. Wish I had my coffee. So this shirt's a little baggier in her design here. It's kind of nice. I really like this. The really light sketch. It's pretty nice. And what we can do now actually is take this thumbnail layer and just bust it down, bring it down, lower the opacity, make a new layer. We'll call this tie down. Actually, this is more like the roughs. In my mind, this layer here that I'm turning on and off is the thumbnail layer. In my mind, it's like a blueprint right now. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to start thinking about solidifying some of this. She has a softer face, and it's one of her, I think they do that on purpose to give her a bit of appeal, to make her a little sympathetic. Let's think about this nose. I think the eyes are okay. I can continue with what I have going here, and I can just solidify it a bit better. We can make this eyelash heavier. And here's the cheeks, a little tighter. A little bit of a bend. Let's fix this area up a little bit. Maybe pull our thumbnail down a little bit. And we can start tightening up this a little bit better. Find where her eye socket kind of exists a little better. Slightly knitted brow. Let's think about that mouth placement. And what I'm really thinking about now actually is her jaw. Might want to come around a little more. She has the short pixie hair. And then the flower. Let's find her ear and her hair. And again, working that silhouette in here, make sure that chin is solidly in there. All right, not happy with the mouth. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get this collar straight down. These are some nice straights. There we are. Let's get that collar in there. now I have to make a decision here. Where do I want this collar to exist in terms of the chest? I think it probably should recede behind the chest, like so. And then we have the indication of a shoulder. And then we have her. So there's two things going on here. There's a nice little curve in here. And then there's a nice sharp layered shirt action going on. Time looking. It's 5 minutes. Let's clean that up. And again, her collar is slightly raised, so there's a little bit of undertone in there. This is streamlined. Keep it straighter. And I can't help but think that maybe this hand is a little further down than what it needed to be. So let's just adjust that. Move back up. Let's give his fingers a little bit of shape. A little bit of design. Put that hand in there. Let's find the planes of her body. It looks a little more like this. And she has like some rough so let's see what we can come up with here. Following this line right here into her other leg. Clean this up a little bit. We could probably loosen this jacket a little bit more, like in the armpit area, to give it a little bit of a, just to give it a little bit of flow, I guess. Here's like her other shirt peeking underneath. Let's work her hair a little bit more here. Save. A little bit of tone to this thing here. Okay. Let's see what we can do here in final steps. Just trying to tighten this up a little bit more. And she's rounded. Her face is more rounded, so. I mean, she has some bangles going on too. So what we can do is bangles. She has bangles. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on there. She's got like you know, some odds and ends. She has this one here. It's a ring. It's down here. Make these a little thinner. Less. And that's my timer. Let me hit stop. And I think it's going to do it for today. Let's just nail in some of the final line work. I think that's going to do it for today. I thank you guys very much for joining me. I would like to say that I can try and do this every Wednesday from here on out, but like I said, the summertime is a little on the tougher side. Thank you for joining me. You can see some links there. You can subscribe to me. You can check out my Tumblr, my Twitter, my Google Plus, and my good old blogger. I still post on a near daily basis to those websites. You can check out my Toon Boom Harmony Tutorials, which I post up on my YouTube channel. And that'll be about it. Thank you very much for joining me, folks, and you guys all have a good one. Take care.